record to iCloud. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking. Jennah, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Well, thank you for giving me credit. That's awesome. I'm going to keep it to like the 4 points that I thought were really relevant to my mental switch. So the first thing that I wrote down was really just establishing what kind of coaching that you need between you and your coach. And that's something that obviously Veronica did with me right away. But like, I'll never forget, I was grocery shopping and she was just like, listen, like, I'm going to be forward with you. And I'm like, yeah, like, let's just not ever sugarcoat anything. Like, it's just so much easier to know what kind of relationship you're going to have with your coach. And she's definitely really good at that balance between pushing me when I need my ass kicked and then, you know, being there as a friend when I need it too. As she said, I've kind of had a little bit of an emotional roller coaster in the 7 weeks of, you know, doing this awesome adventure with you guys. So that's number one. Number two is being a really hungry student to learn. So that's something that I think in any business is so important for your own like personal growth and development and the growth of other people. And I always used to run this meeting in my office, like the lion versus the gazelle, like either way, both are going to wake up today. And, you know, if you're hungry and you're the lion, then you've got to attack and wake up and get ready to eat the gazelle. And if you're the gazelle, then you've got to outrun the lion, right? Because you don't want to be eaten. So it's just kind of having that lion mentality for me. Like I'm not the gazelle, I'm the lion. I'm going to fucking eat today. Right. So being a hungry student to learn. And that is my fuel for me to grow in this business. It's for me to make money. It's for me to build my army. So being a student is something that's so important in any business, but very helpful, obviously, in this one as well. Number 3 was being a soldier to your mentor. So I actually went to a leadership conference within my last business, and it was just amazing. One of the guys was talking about and kind of relating it to the army, being a soldier to your mentor. So not what that really means is not questioning something that your coach is telling you. Like in order to be a really good leader, you also have to know how to follow directions, right? And so when Veronica, since day one, when Veronica has said, okay, cool, this is what the steps are necessary for you to be successful. Let's try doing this. I'm never like, oh no, I don't really want to do that. Or I don't think that that's the right call. And don't get me wrong. I've had, you know, my moments, like my first live video, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, let's do this. And then come that morning, I was like, Veronica, I can't, I need to take the day off from Monate. Like I'm freaking out. I can't do this. Like, and I was totally in my head. And if you've seen since in the last like week and a half, I have put my face on camera so many fucking times because I am determined to make that one of my biggest strengths, to turn my fear into something that is my biggest asset. So being a soldier to your mentor, not questioning anything. When somebody says, okay, here, this is the formula for success, go and do it. Don't second guess anything for a second. And then the last thing was being outside of your comfort zone, which, you know, kind of ties into the example that I just gave. Like I was terrified to go live. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to fucking say. I don't know what I'm going to do. Even the thought of doing a call like this, and like I have run meetings for 30 plus people in my office before, and I have been fine. But the thought of getting in front of my camera and being judged by people to talk about something that I don't know was so uncomfortable. So just know that when you're uncomfortable, that means you're growing. And I had to remind myself, and that's why, you know, I am here where I am today with being excited about being uncomfortable now. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've got.
I'm over here talking and responding. I'm muted. That was amazing. Thank you. That was awesome. Yeah. I have creating a solid relationship with your mentor, being a hungry student, being a soldier to your mentor, and then being outside your comfort zone. Yeah?
You got it.
Pumped. I can't wait for you to run your first team call talking about that. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to mute you guys here really quickly just so I can mute. I love that. And those are all things that she talked about that, just so you guys know, I really lacked. And sometimes I do kind of lack. I've always, my first mentor, Sandy, we had a really hard time in the beginning because I'm a very much so, I know everything, don't help me. And I really had to break down the barrier to get to a place where I was like, okay, she had to be an example. I'm very big on like someone being an example. And once you show me that you can win, now I'm willing to listen to you so I can win with you. So that's something I've really had to work on throughout my course of life. All right, I want to hop into this. I hope everyone has a pen and paper. We're going to be going through 4 sheets of paper and we'll go through this in a second. Now, before we start, I want everyone to not judge this activity. This is something that I've done 3 times throughout the course in my career. The first time was when I failed as a new owner. When I opened up, I had a bunch of success, and then I went through like a woo for like 2.5 months of just my mentor left, I was lost, I don't know what was going on, and I kind of lost myself in my business. That was the that was the second time I did this. The first time I did this exercise, I was pushing for assistant management in my previous business, and my owner ran this, and it blew my mind. So all I ask that you guys have an open mind. Don't laugh, don't judge it, don't feel childish. It's coming more so from a place of mentality than anything else. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I want us to all write down, first question I want you to ask yourself, and each thing is, I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds. I want you to write down 3 words that describe you. Write down 3 words that you think describe you. Okay. So we should all have 3 words down that we think describe us. And the next thing I want you guys to write down are, what are 3 words that you think your friends would use to describe you? Could be the same, mine are different. So if you were to ask any of your friends, hey, describe me in 3 words, what would those 3 words be? I'm gonna give you guys closer to a minute on this because this took me a second. Lauren, you should have Sean do this. I'm kidding, Sean. Tessa, hello, welcome. I'm just going to catch you up really quickly. We're doing a self-development exercise. I wanted everyone to start off by writing out 3 words that they think describe them. And then the second question was 3 words that your friends would use to describe you. And I would love to see your face on camera if it's able to. If you're with your kids and busy, it's totally okay. All right, the next question I want you guys to ask yourself. What are 3 words that your family would use to describe you? Oops. Okay, we should all have that down on paper. Now, I want you guys to take a second and ask yourself, look back at those 3 categories and ask yourself, in what ways are these 3 words related? So like, in what way in each category, what correlation do you see where things are similar? Are all 3 of these categories, does everyone kind of look at you as a mentor? Is everyone kind of like, do you have a lot of maybe work, like for example, mine, all 3 of them were dedicated, assertive, and lover. Those are the 3 words I think describe me. The 3 words my friends would use are hustler, aggressive, and loving. My family would probably say hard worker, big heart, dreamer. All of it kind of has like a general message. So ask yourself what you think those 3 words. And you guys can totally unmute yourselves and talk if you'd like. You don't have to use, I'm totally aggressive. If I want something, it's happening, period. Okay, so you want to write down what those 3 words are and how they're related, right? Now, the next question I want you guys to ask yourself are, in what way are those 3 categories different? Is there a certain way that you see yourself that maybe friends and family don't see you as? What way are they different? For example, I think my family sees me way more as a dreamer, and I think my friends see me way more as a doer. I think a lot of people look at me and think kind of like passive, or like I have that mean girl vibe, but I think of myself as a huge lover, right? There's an outside influence. So everyone just look up when y'all are done and we'll keep going. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I had my boyfriend put in headphones because I hate when he can hear everything I'm talking about in cooking. Okay. Now, the next question I want to ask yourself are, what are your values? So what are things that are important to you? For example, mine were dependability, reliability, loyalty, commitment, open-mindedness, consistency, efficiency, honesty. So what are values that are important to you? I'm gonna give you guys 20 more seconds. Okay. Next question I want you guys to ask yourself are, what are your beliefs? Not from a religious standpoint, but more so like thought process. For example, mine were, I believe that you should always do things that make you happy. I believe that you should never let fear decide your future. I truly do believe everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer that you can become anyone you want. So what are things that you're like, you 100%, your whole mentality is shaped around those beliefs? And if you've never done an exercise like this before, it's hard. My first time doing this, I was like, I really had to like think. And I do this a lot. I do these probably every 2-3 months by myself, where I'm just I go to the park and I ask myself these, and we'll go over why it's important, because these shift as you evolve in your business. I'll give you guys 25 more seconds to write down what your beliefs are. Okay. Now this is important, and I'm going to give us a full minute to do this right here. I want you guys to ask yourself who helped shape your values and your beliefs. Was it what you heard forever growing up? Like, I know, for example, the phrase money never grows on trees. That phrase, if you think about it, is so stupid. It can grow on trees. I can build something where I'm making money in my sleep. Money is literally growing on trees, right? But I've heard that phrase my whole life, that it's ingrained in my head. So shaped from my parents. The concept of, if you eat too much carbs, you'll be fat. That's actually not true if you match it with some kind of on a consistent workout base. So like, who shaped it? For me, it was always my family, my mom. I can think very clearly my mom shaped a lot of the way I think, and my grandma. And then it kind of turned into my mentor, Sandy. And some of the things she taught me are actually not really amazing, but like, I've evolved since then, and I've learned new things. And now people that are shaping my beliefs are the Sam Gomes and the girls on my team who helped me grow. Okay. So now I want you guys to look, what did you say? Gary Vee, yeah, 100%, 100%. Gary Vee is like king, literally. So now I want you guys to take a second and look down what you guys just wrote. And now I want us to write a personal vision statement for your business. Now, in my eyes, our business is essentially, it's a virtual area for men and women to come together and build something that can literally forever change the trajectory of their life. Like, that's how I think about this business. So that's why sometimes when I'm seeing people pitch it like a side hustle, or like, I think you can come in an hour or two, like, yo, you can make like, there's literally girls who make 60K a month from this business. It's wild. It blows my mind. And it's the same business that all 11 of us, 10 of us on this call are in. Like, Sam Gomes isn't special. She doesn't have like a golden ticket. She works harder. She grew more. She grew faster. She was more aggressive. So like, I want you to take a second and think, what is your vision statement, right? It's normally some kind of like broad inspirational message that kind of encompasses your personal values and your beliefs. And I want you, like for Monet's, for example, I went and looked those up before this call. Their mission statement is, at Monet, our mission is to help people everywhere enjoy beautiful, healthy, fulfilling lives through our exceptional, naturally based products, a fun and rewarding business opportunity, and a culture of family, service, and gratitude. You know what they're offering and what their common goal is as a company. So I want you, because I know a lot of us think we're just running this business from our phone in our bed. Like, you are literally running a company, but that's what you're doing. It can be so much more than what you have now, but only if you have a clear statement as to where, if people come to your page or talk to you about your business, they should know what you're offering and where you're going with it. So this is something that you're going to continue refining and retuning. It's never going to be perfect, but I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. If you need, take your camera off, close your eyes for a minute. And if someone were to ask you, hey, who are you? What's your business embody? What is that mission statement? What's that vision statement? Kind of like an elevator pitch. Yes, Lindsay. Yeah. I'll give you guys one more as an example. My girlfriend, Lachelle, she's a director with It Works. Her mission statement, and she's said this forever, my goal as a strong women entrepreneur is to find like-minded men and women who want to take a journey with me, not only fixing their internal health and wellness, but becoming the person they've always intended to become, while also being able to flourish in every single area of life and becoming a partner for the future. It's a lot, it's wordy, and everyone has their own thing. Mine's a sentence, you don't have to share it, everyone's is their own. We've got 25 more seconds. Sorry, we'll do a little light music in the back. Okay. We're gonna come back to this in a minute. I want you guys to flip your page. Now I'm gonna do this part of the exercise with you. I haven't done it yet. This part's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable. Might kind of like give you like the EBGBs a little bit. Gives me the EBGBs, we might do it. I want you and me to write down the 5 biggest doubts that you have about yourself from a business standpoint. 5 doubts. It could be, I'm not committed enough. I'm not a good enough coach. I'm not smart enough. I'm not SED material. I'm not pretty enough. It's the things that we tell each other these things subconsciously, whether we want to or not. I'm not funny enough. I'm not comfortable on camera. I can't talk that way. She's so good. I can't do what she does. Whatever it is, I want you guys, if you can do 5, you can do 15, whatever comes to your mind, write it down. I'm going to do a full 2 minutes of this. You're going to get ugly. Every time I do this, I kind of want to cry, so don't get emotional. One of mine is literally, I don't have the MLM girl vibe. Like that's literally one of the things that I think about all the time when I look at, Lauren, did you just get back or did you hear what we're doing? You heard it? Okay. It's something it's been in the back of my head here and there every so often. We have all those down? Okay, I want us to rip this page. Don't like rip it in half, like just rip it out of your notebook or whatever you're writing out of. Now rip it. Okay, we're just gonna put it right next to us. Taking this, put it this down. You now have a new fresh page in front of you guys, correct? Okay, those parts, take a second before you do this. You're gonna write down the words I am. Now be careful because the words after the words I am, if you guys actually commit to what you're putting on paper, shit can get kind of real. A lot of times we put goals on paper, but we're not ready to hit them yet because we're not the person we need to be to hit them yet. So you can do 2 things. You can choose to write down affirmations. I am MMP, I am AMB, I am strong, I am kind, I am beautiful. The typical, nothing wrong with affirmations that we do every morning. Or you can literally choose to write I am, followed by whatever it is that doubt you just put on paper. But again, when I say be careful what you put down, because it might actually happen, I'm being serious. I'm giving you guys a minute to write that down. If you guys want to mute yourself and speak them out loud when you say it, go for it. But this is something that you have to do in a visual standpoint where you're not doing it laughing. It's not like you're doing it genuinely. So you guys can choose whatever you want to put after the words I am. But let's write those down. All right, you guys have your I am statements on paper. Now I want you guys to grab your paper. Your I am nots. All the doubts that you have on paper, all the things that we tell ourselves subconsciously that we will never admit all the time. You guys can do 2 things with it. You can crumple it, throw it away. I'm a big firm believer in ripping them anytime I do these. And like I said, I do this to myself probably once a month. I take them, put them on paper, I rip them. And then I normally go the next step of burning them. And then I sage. You guys want to know what I do on like a spiritual standpoint? I actually go that far. So if there's any boyfriends in the background, they probably think I'm crazy, but it's worked my whole entire business life. So I'm going to teach it to you guys. Now, whatever that you just put on paper, whatever all of these things were, all of these, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty, I can't do it, I don't talk like her, I don't look like her, I'm just not committed enough, I don't have time, this isn't just for me, maybe I need to try harder, but not right now, not this month, not next month, whatever the case is. Understand that whatever you guys put down, you guys just need a whole mission statement for your business. Like a whole mission statement. This can be so much more than an extra $200 a month that y'all are making. Not saying anyone is making that little or that much. I'm just saying it can be so much more than that. Sometimes I get caught in this. I'm working my business from my bed, and like it becomes this, not a side gig, but like it's cool that I can work this business from anywhere and work from my bed and from my couch. But like sometimes I think I forget this can be what builds my dream home. I can build a home from scratch from the income that I will make from the business that I'm currently building. This can be what buys me my dream car. This can be what puts my future child into the school of their dreams without worrying about how much more work I have to do to budget them to be able to put them into the school of their dreams. This can put me into the neighborhood that I dreamed of living my whole life, because believe it or not, guys, there is a difference when you live in a certain neighborhood, believe it or not. This can put me in a position where I no longer have to budget an extra $300 a month to pay off debt for some shit I did when I was 24 years old that continues to follow me until I find a way to pay it off. This can put me in a position where when my parents need my help, because surprise, they will, one day they will need our help, I don't have to figure out a way of does Thomas need to work more hours, or do I need to go bartend again, or what kind of job do I have to settle for to make an extra 20,000 promotion potentially this year? Like it can do all of those things. It can put you in a position where, believe it or not, that car payment, I don't know if you guys have one, I have one, $450 every month. I don't have to fucking pay it. That shit can go back into my savings and I can watch it grow. And I think so many of us get so caught up in the shit that we have on this paper, all these things that we tell ourselves every single day. And like, we do these motions. I show up, I post, I'm making conversations, I'm offering the business, but like, you have to understand that you can do all of the work in the world. You can be the hardest working person in the room, but if you aren't working to become the person that you need to become, to then allow all of these things that you wrote down, all these I ams, whatever they are, you have to be ready to become that person. Like you have to be happy and thankful for where you're at, while also having the abundance of knowing, hey, I'm open for more. Like I'm open for more things to come to me. But that only happens if we're consistently showing up, if we're consistently committed to a goal, if we're literally putting ourselves out there, out of our comfort zone enough times to where it becomes comfortable. Because I want you guys all to understand that that life, that vision board that we have, the dream house, the dream car, the dream college, the living in financial freedom. And I can say this because I watched my parents. That was the life that I lived. My parents never missed a game. I went on every trip I could ever imagine. I had everything that I can ever want, like ever, literally. And like, I saw the kind of life that my friends had whose parents didn't have that. And I never want my kid to have that life. So I understand that I'll find any vehicle I need to get myself there. And I found one. Because I don't know if you guys took a second to ever do the freaking math on our compensation plan. It's stupid. It's stupid. We sell shampoo on Instagram. We show up every single day. We post about it. We talk about it. We offer it to 5-10 girls a day. We show our passion. We talk about what our vision is. And if you do that enough time, if you guys critique your vision statement enough times to where you can hit every single potential market partner that you're currently talking to until they want to believe in you, until you can make them understand why you're different. Why is Jennah different? Why is Lauren different? Why is Lindsay different? Why is Sarah different? What separates you guys from the thousands of other market partners who are trying to close the same girls that you guys are? Because I promise you, if you guys don't do it, someone else will. So I just hope that every single one of us haven't gotten to a point in the month where we've unplugged. I hope we haven't gone anywhere where we're looking at the back office and saying, I don't know about this month. This month might not happen, because end of the month magic is real. And if whatever you wrote down on paper you want bad enough, you fucking show up and you work for it. That's just what you do. That's it. There's no magic. There's no like secret pill. You find the time, you might miss a date night every so often. You might have to wake up earlier. You might have to go to sleep later. You might have to go ahead and invest some extra time on the weekend versus being on the couch. You make decisions that take all of these doubts and you put them in a place where it makes you win. Because that's all this business really is. The system exists. Now you guys just got to finish it up. So I hope you guys have an amazing night. I challenge you guys to do an activity like this yourself once a month. Anytime I get into my own head, this is what I do. And when I tell you it helps me every single time, it literally does. I do want to do a really quick shout out officially. Oh wait, is it official yet? Is it like official, 100%? Lindsay has hit MMP.
Woo!
We have Sarah, who officially hit it 2 days ago. We have Lindsay, who hit it today, and we have Jennah, who's running after it tonight. So I just want to do a really quick shout out to you ladies, and I hope you guys have an amazing night.
You guys are killing it.